Well, you just want to pay guys.
Well, yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, whether you got Jason, whether you got Veritek or you got Alex Cora as your manager, if you pay Pete Alonso or you pay who was the other guy that that we kind of talked about, if you pay those guys, they're going to come here. I don't think it's like if you paid Jordan Montgomery, he would have came here. If you paid Blake Snell,
wasn't Jordan Montgomery didn't want to come here.
Right.
That was the issue.
No, I don't think they ever gave him an offer.
No, he was specifically saying afterwards that he didn't want to be here. Am I wrong about that, Curtis?
I thought it was
Google it, as LB would say. Yeah. Google it.
And these people with the revisionist history, I love the Twitch chat today. Jack Nasty. I mean, boy, talk about overcompensating. Curtis, Mookie didn't want to sign here. Nothing to do with money. It's always about the money. In fact, Ken just invited Greg to dinner because he saw he ordered chicken at a steakhouse. It's all about what things will cost. And the Red Sox are not. If they had offered Mookie Betts what he got with the Dodgers a year prior, he's here. Same thing if the Red Sox had offered Bogaerts what was their final offer a year before, he would have been here. It's always about the money, and it's always about comfort and desire.
But you're convinced that John Henry is willing to pay Alex Cora more, basically, than any free agent they have signed to this baseball team? Like, I mean,
And Greg, you were right. Mm-hmm. Word is Montgomery didn't love the Red Sox because he wanted to win.
So he signed with Arizona.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just
don't question Greg on Sox.
I bet he's kicking himself in the ass for that one.
Well, no state income tax. So
that is true.
Not bad.
So I guess the question with Cora is it more about the money or is it more about the roster and what this team is willing to invest? And
I don't think he wants to be here personally.
Personally? His daughter, doesn't his daughter go to Boston College?
No, for yes. me personally, I think he wants to be somewhere where there's less stress with all this stuff that's going on. Ownership don't want to do this. All this other stuff that's going on. I think he'd rather be.
What other stuff? Like he was glowing about the Celtics being there the other night. He was. You hear.
So then why wouldn't he resign here?
Because I think Curtis is right. He doesn't think this team has a chance that they're going to invest, and this team is going to have the opportunity to win right away.
He just said they have a really good roster with talented players.
Alex Cora has something I never had: options.
So you think he's lying?
No, I think he thinks that. Alex Cora. I think he probably sits there and says, "We got a bunch of young guys who have been grinding, who have that dog in them, like you always say, who are overachieving. I would love it if the front office would show me, by addition, that they believe in this team."
Yeah, but see, you're putting your own words into that.
That's what we all do.
But Alex Cora said he has a team with a bunch of talent.
Wiggy, why isn't he signed then? If Alex Cora likes the direction of the organization.
Because I'm not sure if Alex Cora wants to commit to signing here for a long-term deal.
The only reason he hasn't is because the outlook for the Red Sox has changed since he got here. You already said last hour that they have changed their philosophy when it comes to building a team, correct?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so if that didn't happen, everything's here. He's signing a 5-year deal, and he's the manager for however long he wants to. That's why he's not. Alex Cora will have far more options than the Red Sox do to replace him of his caliber. And that's the mistake. And that's why they put it on Breslow when he was hired, because they basically said it's going to be your job, kid, to fire Cora because we don't want to have the blood on our hands.
Yeah, but there's no way because they're the one who brought him back and gave him that second opportunity.
Right, things have changed since then.
But they were probably like, listen, Alex, we want you. Do you want to come back? And I don't know if that's something that he wants to do.
And that's why Cora is managing now, because he says he owes it to the organization.
So maybe part of it is he believes, and he's telling us he's lying to us a little bit, or he's bending the truth and saying,
look,
we don't necessarily have the talent to win it all.
If Curtis brought up the Dodgers, I'll bring up the Mets. You don't think that those two teams are willing to make Alex Cora the highest paid manager in baseball, 5 years, $42, $43 million. They are all day long. Do you think John Henry is willing to spend that money? Be honest. Be honest.
Probably not.
And is there a better investment right now in baseball than Alex Cora?
No,
Whatever he's making and what he's making out with this lineup and this team in this market.
Then see, you'd have to say you're not going to get the same thing out of this team with Veritek as the manager, which I think you would.
It's not only this team. My guess is if a month from now they don't add, the second half will be bad.
Whose fault is that?
It's not Cora's.
So it's not Cora's that the guys quit.
Right, because the team quit on them.
Okay. If this was any other sport or any other coach, we'd be criticizing the coach for allowing his players to quit in the second half of the season. I think the guys love Cora. I think those players love him. I think he's done a good job. But you finished in last place the past 2 years. 2 years ago, you were relatively right where you are right now, and you fell apart in the second half of the season.
Because the management, and it was Chaim Bloom, didn't show them that they had any interest in adding to the roster.
But isn't it your manager's job? Go ahead, Courtney.
Wiggy's right, because if Joe Mazzulla just, sided with the guys and was like, we're mad at ownership for not doing what we want, so don't put the effort in. You want Alex Cora to say, F ownership. If they're not going to give us any help, we're good enough to win without it. Don't give up.
Right.
And he didn't do that the last 2 years.
Right.
It seemed like he was a player. He was a player's manager. That's why the guys love him so much. And he was probably just as frustrated as all the players with how management treated, or Chaim Bloom treated, the trade deadline. And so he let them slack off.
And wait a minute. The guy who pissed off Verdugo because he showed up 2 hours late smelling like a rope factory fire is a player's manager?
He definitely is. He and Verdugo didn't get along. That's like a one-off. Everybody else.
That's one of the things I love about Alex Cora.
He held him accountable for being late.
Don't show up late, and don't show up, smelling like Wiggy.
Right.
But I will say,
that's more of a respect thing to him, though.
I want to amend my comment, Greg. I said that Cora was the best investment in baseball. Sam Kennedy's sweatshirt for Wiggy, much better investment.
I know, it's paid off.
No, it has nothing to do with that. All I'm doing is exposing the fraudulence.
I can't believe you can be bought with just a piece of merch.
I don't have to be bought.
Really, it is wild.
I call it like I see it. I'm exposing the fraudulence of the fake outrage to the ownership of the Red Sox. Because if it was any other sport where the coach or the manager
So you blamed Belichick for the roster he had?
No. But I would have blamed Belichick if he lost his team.
He did. They went 4-13, and you said he shouldn't have been fired.
No, in the second half of the season.
Right, they were awful.
If they were 6-2.
So why are you defending Bill for the team failing, but ripping Cora?
I don't defend Bill.
Yes, you did. You said he shouldn't have lost his job.
He shouldn't have lost his job because I think he still could coach. But I put a lot on.
But nobody's saying Cora can't manage.
No, I put a lot on Bill for making bad decisions
but not enough for him to lose his job.
But I never said Cora should lose his job.
You said we're all giving him an out.
Yes.
You've never ripped Bill Belichick for the team not playing well.
I've always ripped Bill for the team not playing well.
You've ripped players. You ripped Mac Jones.
I ripped him for putting Matt Patricia there.
Don't you think at this point in the season, nearly halfway, what Alex Cora has done, when you consider injuries and the relative lack of veteran players on this baseball team, puts him square at the front when it comes to manager of the year?
Yeah.
I don't know about. I don't know enough about the rest of the managers in Major League Baseball. He's doing a great job, Cora.
Wiggy, you and maybe not you, but everybody else had this team finishing last.
Right.
They are a wild card team right now. The excitement that I feel about this, Curtis, is overwhelming. It's right up there with getting a verdict.
You just have to hope that they don't fall off again.
I'm going Friday night to the game. I might go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow.
Because of the excitement about this baseball
and if they
team.
Are you get a free date for DMs? Boom, go to the suite. Thank you, Ken.
And if they are like Major League, because Curtis always brings that up, then Alex Cora should be going, hey, if the front office doesn't want to do anything, well, guess what? We'll go out there and continue to perform.
What's the Red Sox record today with Ron Renicky as their manager? I'm not kidding.
Probably not good.
Okay, thank you.
So what's
Defense rest.
What's the Red Sox record with Jason Varitek right now? Probably the same.
No.
You think so?
Yeah.
No way.
Because in baseball,
you'd be in last place in the division.
No. Baseball, my opinion, it's
Triumph
more
says last place.
And he's got 20 fantasy leagues.
It's more about the players believing and buying into the manager, and I think a lot of guys believe and would buy into what Varitek would be selling them.
Yeah, I love Jason Varitek. I do. I don't know if he's at the point strategery-wise that Alex Cora is.
What does a manager really do in baseball?
You got guys,
Stop it. You make it sound like this is 1975.
Got to manage the lineup, baby.
75. Yeah,
Greg, can we
use AI to manage the lineup?
Greg, can we get you a C for your jersey?
You have guys stealing bases like it's CVS.
That's because you have a bunch of good athletes on the team now. You changed their philosophy.
It looks like Lululemon over there in the Seaport.
When you see Jason, you go, "What's up, Cap?"
That's the one sport. Let's be honest, Greg. That's the one sport
where the manager has nothing to do
where
with
the
it.
manager. No.
Here we go.
Where the manager or the coach has the least amount to do with the success.
Remember
of the
when
team.
Winky was told us he was walking around the Boston Harbor Hotel, staring longingly at boats?
Yep.
My suspicion is that he saw the SS Pizzuti docked there and is looking for an invite onto the yacht.
I wouldn't mind an invite on that yacht.
That is the only. That is the only reason why you were talking like this.
Can I correct the record quickly?
Greg, be honest.
That is clear to me.
Be honest. I'll ask the room, and we'll see who's honest.
Yeah.
In sports, baseball, the manager is the least, and is the one sport where he does the least amount of work.
Yeah, I would say it's not near the top of the list. You're right, Wiggy.
Yeah,
but I would also say this, though, because in the Twitch chat, Donnie Wahlberg says that Belichick was so disciplined. He didn't talk to his quarterback. He hired drinking buddies as his offensive coordinator.
Curtis,
he didn't have a punt returner back on a kickoff.
And we criticized him for that.
Your guy, Tom Brady, just said last week that they were so prepared by Saturday that they didn't need to do anything Saturday night to get ready. That's discipline.
Right, that's what they were. Like in 2018, the Red Sox were the best team in baseball. Belichick last year, the reason he lost his job is because he wasn't disciplined.
No, he lost his job because Robert Kraft made him take Mac Jones and make him a quarterback.
And then Bill had to go home and say, "I'm not talking to you."
All right, we got to take a break.
He loves talking to younger people.
We have got